wonder if they're going to bring back, like, beat your wife on the courthouse steps on Sundays rules. That would...
That's still on the books in some places.
South Carolina it still is.
It's just not acknowledged.
But you can't use a stick larger than your thumb.
I'm probably familiar with this, but enlighten me.
There's laws, and I know South Carolina still has it, where on Sundays, because God's Day, you can beat your wife on the courthouse steps with a stick no bigger than your thumb. It's
a get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
Kind of for abuse, for spousal abuse.
Wait, so that's horrible, but I'm also kind of picturing a guy with a little twig about this big going, is that what it is?
Twigs hurt though, man.
They do.
That switches have that bendable. Man, give me a hardened stick. I'll take it over. I'll have to break it.
When we were kids, my best friend would say whenever he would act up, his parents would be like, "Go break me a switch." And he'd have to go break a twig or a switch from a tree branch.
You have to get the flexi ones when they say a switch.
Yeah, and those hurt. Mm-hmm. And so he'd get whipped with a switch. Go bring me switch is what they said. And it turned into a joke, but he was actually getting
So yeah, I mean, they're just going to
sticks.
be beating their wives with sticks.
But
you sound like, I can't remember the comedian who said it, who talked about like just getting, hit by his parents as he was growing up. And he said like, he really changed his mind about it because like he just kind of assumed that's how he did things. But as he got older, he's like, it kind of made me bad because I started using it against people. I remember I started like poking my friend with a stick and then he just like hit me and his dad came out and like spanked him or whatever. He's like, so I was like, oh, that's great. So I just did it again the next day. And he's trying to resist and like finally
stop resisting.
He's trying to like not like attack me, but I finally just kind of sent him over the edge and he hit me, and then his dad came up and beat him again. I'm like, this is awesome.
I got away.
Is great.
Yeah.
I love this.
I wasn't beat, but were y'all spanked?
I was spanked, yeah.
I mean, P.O.R.C probably wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
I only got it like once or twice. I got the belt once, but it was from my aunt, and
Which aunt?
Oh, that's not right.
Which aunt?
Butchie aunt.
She beat you like a donkey.
Well, I don't remember it, but I remember being like very wary of belts there for a really long time afterwards. Like somebody would just enter a room wearing a belt, and I would like try to keep my
soft
distance.
child.
I would keep my distance from them.
I got the belt a couple times when I was like middle school, high school age.
What?
Oh yeah.
Good Lord.
My parents have gone senile for many years. For many years. But no, as a kid, I just got spanked. But no other relative did it. That was sort of a rule that you don't touch.
But it's P.O.R.C's family.
I know, but
of course Butchie would beat him.
But not even a spank. She beat you with a belt.
I mean, you should have just like left her in mud.
Yeah, that's some messed up stuff.
You just had to outrun her.
That's some messed up stuff right there. To be beaten by get beat by a belt by your parents is one thing, but any other relative, especially if they're not taking care of you, would have been different if like your aunt raised you or something.
I feel like your parents have more of a reason not to hurt.
I was just there.
I was just visiting.
You're just like, hey,
no,
what'd you do?
That was my question.
I think I just like made a mess after she had cleaned the house or something.
Oh, that's ridiculous. How old were you?
Younger than 4? Younger than 5?
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God! You were younger than 4?
Next time, leave Butchie in the mud.
Oh,
that's not acceptable.
Now I regret doing a tribute show to Butchie when he died a few years ago.
I don't. Butchie was cool.
Okay, Butchie was all right. You're right.
Butchie was an innocent.
Yeah, Butchie probably got the belt for doing something like a normal donkey would do.
Butchie got
he hawed.
She's like, pow pow. How dare you!
Butchie had the beautiful pictures. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then isn't she God Sunrise Rainbow person too?
What now?
Isn't she like the God Sunrise Rainbow person?
I have no idea what
like God's gift of a rainbow over a parking garage?
Oh, that's...
No, that was somebody else.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Because I was going to say, that's kind of messed up. Beating for like toddlers with a belt and you're talking about God's blessing.
But no, she did take a sensual... Not sensual, that's the wrong word.
Ew.
Sorry.
A sensual?
No,
you got Elroy mind right now.
That's all my mind's about, Elroy. No, she took like a sweet picture at a lake, right? Didn't she? It was like, one of those types.
Oh yeah, she
Big
no,
ball
she quoted like, I forget who said it, but it was like a garden variety, live your life to the best, I guess.
Generic quote.
Generic inspirational quote. Well, the picture was like a cow wading into a pond.
That's right. That's what was in my mind.
With 2 donkeys watching from the shore. I feel like that's a prime example of originalism.
It is.
Think about it.
It is. It really is.
It really is.
Right.
And then at the end of it, she says, "But if you need to beat your 3-year-old nephew with a belt, you can,
as long as they've made a mess after you vacuumed.
If they've made a mess, I'm middle fingering right now.
And it's pork. So, his messes, because, he's a minimalist kind of, depressing person.
What kind of a mess could you make? You're a very
probably
clean
drop,
person.
one goldfish.
Have you seen 3-year-olds? They can make messes.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
this is pork 3-year-old.
I deserved it, is what I'm saying.
You deserved, oh, my God.
I don't think you deserved it.
I really
You probably
remember.
dropped one goldfish, and she was like, "It's a belt!"
We're going to need to put you through counseling. I deserved it.
I really don't remember it. I just remember the fear it instilled in me.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Instilled in me.
I'm going to show you my belt when we get done here.
That's just Stockholm Syndrome.
Remember what could happen if you mess up on this show.
I remember when I don't think I wore a belt until I was in the 9th grade, and I felt weird doing
sad.
it too.
This is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
I just have that memory. I'm just this can be used for evil. It's kind of
either you were
rationale.
A really good kid,
yeah,
or you were a really soft kid, because I
got a little both.
I was a little bit of a troublemaker, so I wasn't scared of the belt. I was more trying to figure out how to avoid it.
How to circumvent the belt.
Yeah, putting your hands behind it doesn't really work because then your hair hurts. It's you have to figure out a way. It's best you try to get them to hit your hip.
Oh hell no, that's worse.
No, yeah, my hip's good.
Hurts. No.
Hip's good. The side butt cheek. You don't sit on your side butt cheek. I'm saying.
For me, it just instilled
spanking tips.
Hot tie likes to get spanked.